At the Richard Thomas and Baldwin Sailing Club at Blynicombe Reservoir, which feeds vital waters to the steelworks at Ebba Vale, some of the members prepare to set sail in the Firefly class dinghies which the club has adopted. Down in the valley, other members were hard at work in the carpenter's shop at Ebba Vale, shaping the hull for a new addition to the fleet, a build-it-yourself Firefly, presented to the club by the company. Under the watchful eyes of David Benalik, Vice Commodore of the club, the sleek lines of the hull were shaped up to the promise of future race winning. Club boatswain Percy James supervised the building of Chippy, with Harry Marchant superintendent carpenter. A few months later, there's a bustle in the boathouse by the reservoir as the sails of 2088, the new boat, are rigged, ready for her naming ceremony. This is where the feminine touch comes in, supplied by young enthusiast Margaret Griffiths. A boy with plenty of know-how is sailing secretary Malcolm Welsh, engineering apprentice. Although the boat has previously been launched and sailed, up to this day 2088 has remained anonymous. So here's a real chance to push the boat out and have a christening. Mrs. Traherne Thomas has graciously consented to perform the ceremony and arrives with her husband, the Commodore of the club. Mr. Benalik's got a bottle of bubbly ready for the occasion. On this lusty, blustery day, it's not easy to wet the nameplate, even with champagne. But not to worry, there's only one chippy on her stern, and that stays there for keeps. It's certainly a great day for these sailing enthusiasts as they see yet another Firefly fulfill their dreams of a thriving club, which now has a total of 6 boats. Once in the water, Chippy's away, soon to be joined by the rest of the fleet. There's the promise of keen competition in the fresh wind as Chippy heads for the starting line. Next to sail is 1869, the Valiant, and 2042, the Beaufort. But in this race, it looks as though Chippy's in trouble. There she is on the outside. Her crew seem to be making heavy weather of it. The Firefly's a boat that's got to be sailed properly. These boys seem determined to get themselves wet as well as Chippy. What a way to round a boy. Still, a race is never lost till it's won, so get her upright, boys, if you can, and start bailing. Meanwhile, there's a great tussle going on between 2042 Beaufort and 1869 Valiant. There's no one else in the race. Bad luck, Chippy. You won't win your race today, but it's all part of the sport, and there's always another day. It's 2042 Beaufort still in the lead, but there's not a lot in it. Malcolm Welsh, crack helmsman of the club, is crewing for a friend in the other boat. They're certainly making a race of it. In a wind like this, you've got to know what you're doing unless you've just gone out for a swim like the Chippy crew. That's the stuff. Sit her out, boys, and let the sails do the rest. You've got to meet the puffs without pinching her and balance the boat. There's a matter of inches between the two boats, with Valiant straining to get a lead. Yes, she's the winner by a couple of lengths. And the spray-soaked crews deserve a drink and a good hot bath. Maybe that's the next thing to get installed in the boathouse. There's plenty of excitement in sailing. Just ask any young salt. All the members of Richard Thomas and Baldwin's Sailing Club.